The hub has been launched, and now we are going to register one node to our hub. My node is going to run on the same machine as my hub. If your node host is a remote machine, then you will need to install Java and the Selenium standalone server on that machine. Also, the registration process that I'm about to show you has to take place on the node host. Okay. You can register the node in two ways: through the command line or by using a JSON file. First, let's register the node through the command line. First, I'm going to cd into the server folder where I saved my jar. Then I'm going to run java jar, copy the jar name here, paste. Then the role is going to be node. And we need to specify the hub, which is HTTP. And here we are going to enter the IP of the hub host. Since I'm running my node and my hub on the same machine, I'm just going to enter localhost. And I know that my hub is listing on port 4444. Just agreed, register. And now I'm going to specify the browsers that I want to test on my node. I'm going to add the option browser. I'm going to add Firefox. So I'm going to write browser name equals Firefox. Can specify the version. I want to test Firefox 30.0. And the platform is Mac. I also want to test Chrome, so I'm just going to enter browser name equals Chrome, and let's just specify the platform equals Mac. Okay, let's register this node now. For some reason, our node here does not tell us if it is already registered or not. Normally the status done should be displayed on the command line. I'm going to try registering this node again using the debug parameter. That will tell us if the node is registered or not. So let me stop this command here and just add the parameter debug at the end. You see 200 OK here, the response. And you see the status done, which means that our node has been registered. Cool. Now let's register the same node using a JSON file. I have my JSON file saved here with the default parameters. Now let's go through these parameters. First, we specify the browsers that we want to test. We specify these browsers under capabilities. As you can see here, I want to test Firefox 30.0 on the Mac platform. And also I want to test Chrome on the Mac platform. Then we specify the node configuration. Let's go over some of the parameters over here. Proxy. Proxy is the class that will be used to represent the node. By default, the class is default remote proxy. Max session. Max session is the maximum number of concurrent tests that can run on the node. Host. Host is the IP address or the host name of the node. Register cycle. Register cycle is how often in milliseconds the node will try to register itself again. Hub host. Hub host is the IP or the host name of the hub the registration request should be sent to. Okay, let me edit my JSON file here. My host here is localhost, and my hub host is localhost as well. If I was running my node remotely, I would specify the IP address of the hub host, maybe 198 point something here. But for now, we are running the node on the localhost. So let me just save this. And now let's register our node using the JSON file. First, let me save my nodes.json file in my server folder. So I'm just going to drag and drop it over here. Okay, now let's register our node using the JSON file. I'm going to write java jar, copy the Selenium jar here, and I know that the role is the node, and we are going to use the parameter node config and then the name of the JSON file, which is nodes.json, and we want to run it with the debug parameter to make sure that the hub has registered. 200, okay, and the hub has registered properly. Now, as we did with the hub, I'm now going to save my registration commands in a shell scripts file. So for that, I'm going to create that file. I'm going to call it nodes.sh. Then we are going to write bin bash cd into users based desktop server, and we are going to register using the command Selenium server standalone. The version is 2.39.0.jar, and here we said that the role is node. Let's actually register the node using the JSON file. So I'm going to write node config nodes.json, and let's just save this. Now we need to make this file executable by writing chmod 777 nodes.sh. Let's verify that we can register our node running these shell scripts. Okay, apparently it should be working. You can read more about the supported desired capabilities by going to the Selenium WebDriver Python API site. As you can see, the supported capabilities are Android, Chrome, Firefox, HTML unit with JS, Internet Explorer, iPad, iPhone, Opera, PhantomJS, Safari. So you can go to the site and read more about the desired capabilities. Next, let's see how to run our Selenium tests remotely.